You have reached the Dork It Up YouTube channel. Here at Dork It Up, we have decided that the world would be better off with yet another dorky Will It Run video. The thought was discovered while mowing a yard. We found a car, so we decided to see if it'll run. Wow, where'd that come from? Almost hit it with the mower. Huh, it's like some sort of silver car. It says that it's a Saturn. Interesting. Huh. It's got some damage on it, looks like. Oh wait, look. Looks like this thing used to be a police car. I wonder if it's got a Saturn police interceptor motor in it. That'd be cool. I wonder if there's any paperwork in the dash. Oh wow. Whew. Man, smell that. Ugh. Golly. Smells like rat poop. Yeah, there's plenty of that. I wonder what this thing. Let's see. Oh, well. Right here. If there's any paperwork in this thing. Let's see. Hey, looks like maybe some insurance papers. It seems like it's been driven somewhat recently. Let's see what the insurance paper shows. Huh. Just what I thought. Insurance paper says otherwise. What else does it say? This thing hasn't been insured in, man, over 20 years ago. Oh wow. Man, what a super rare find. This car has literally, it was manufactured with an expired insurance. Pretty sure that's rare. Wow. Well, let's take this to the garage, get a better look at it. Really could have found something here. I hope so. Man. What a jewel. Let's take a peek inside of this thing. Looks kind of junky. Man, that smell. Yeah, you can see here, looks like everything's in place. Pretty sure these can be shampooed out. Yeah, maybe not. Well, actually, definitely not. Here we go. Hey, look, it's got the keys right here. Let's take these keys. Let's see what's back here in the trunk. Let's see if we've got any junk in the trunk. Alright, what we got here? Man, this is more puzzling than a pipe fitter trying to use a fluke. Got some cleaner. This is urine destroyer. Looks like, hey, that's all the way full. That's never been used. Well, that definitely checks out. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. We got a light. That's an old car light. It's definitely got all kinds of car parts. We got a battery, some kind of oil treatment. If we do get this thing running and it don't smoke, we'll probably know why. Here's a ignition coil, alternator. Got a dang fishing reel. This is a Zebco hot dog. Probably part of a fishing scam. Put that over there. Hey, it looks like I got a clutch and a brake pedal. Nice, nice, nice. Just put that right there too. Yeah, alternator. Hey, we got a head gasket. That's what I thought. This thing's got car parts in it. That concerns me. Oh yeah, looks like a harmonic balancer for a Ford. Yeah, that tells me that whoever had this, they were planning on putting these parts in this car but never got around to it. And that concerns me, considering that these parts doesn't go to this car. Also, here's a striker plate. Nice, striker plate. Yeah, got a radiator cap with a latch. You can see there, it's got a latch on it. Put that over there where it goes. Yep, set these keys down for now. We got, oh, check this out. Some duct tape, baling wire. Looks like some penetrating oil and some of that flexible sealing stuff that they're talking about on TV. Yeah, this right here, that right there. You can fix a lot with that. So let's put that over there where it goes. Yep, right there. All right, yep, right like that. Not the bad. Oh, here's a solenoid for a remote start. Hey, someone was gonna pimp this ride. Check that out. Remote start, that would have been so cool. Oh, hey, spark plug. Oh, look at an old 50s model, maybe 60s model. Light. Right there, you can see that all right there. And there's some kind of pulley. That's for, you know, pulley belt, fan belt. So I'm looking and I see this alternator, ignition coil, and the spark plug. It gives me an idea. Gives me an idea. I know Derik with VG Garage, I think you know who I'm talking about. He calls this a lightning generator and this a sparkulator. So I'm thinking that gives me an idea. Let's fact check him. Not 100% sure he's right about that. Let's see. We'll check it out. We shall see. We shall see. For safety purposes during this, I've got gas in the diesel tank, and I went ahead and put some water in the gas tank, and then this tank, I think it's got diesel in it. So I've got gas, water, diesel. So if something happens, I can come and grab the water if I need it, and it's in, I think, this one. Either way, we're covered. Okay, so I've got the alternator hooked up here to this, and lightning generator, so-called. We'll see. And then I've got the thing rigged up where I can spin it up to speed. I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to speed. Definitely going to need some safety glasses and blah, blah, blah. I'll be dipped. And this whole time, I thought that he could make stuff up every now and then. Maybe I was wrong. Looks like he actually knew what he was talking about after all. Wow. This lead acid battery's been completely discharged, and they don't like that, especially over long periods of time. I think I've got a little bit of a charge built up. Let's see what happens. Got this thing set up with an extra battery. Try to get some juice in it. Don't want to have to wait on charging batteries all the time, so I'll get 2 full charged to work on it. When I first got enough charge in this thing, it started for like a couple of seconds, ran rough, wouldn't idle, and then died. It's set for a couple of years. The fuel in it's about 3/4 of a tank. I don't know if the fuel's bad or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and check to see if this thing's firing. I can see one of the things I checked earlier is on there's a Schrader valve where I think it's designed to check the fuel pressure for the fuel injection system, that Schrader valve. If you push the Schrader valve in, you will get fuel pressure and it'll slowly die back down. You turn the key back on, attempt to start it, fuel pressure comes back up. If it comes down to it, we can check those pressures if necessary. I also pulled the intake plastic hose off of the throttle body for the fuel injection, and the butterfly valve, I opened it up and just tried some starter fluid. I don't think on a fuel injection system it really works out that way, but I tried that to no avail. Didn't start. So ever since it ran for like its 2-second time frame, it just has not fired, kicked, or done anything to indicate it's going to run. That's with a full battery. So now, here we go. Going to go to the spark plug, pull 1. See if we're firing. All right, I've pulled the spark plug. I've got it wedged down in, hopefully that's a dark enough area to be able to see if it's gonna fire. And should be grounded there on the exhaust manifold bolts coming out. And it was a little dirty, but not dirty enough to keep it from firing. So let's check this thing out. See if it's hitting. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's firing. That would be terrible if it wasn't, but I'm glad it is. But that tells me there is some type of fuel delivery problem. It may just simply be the age that the fuel has been sitting for a couple of years, but I don't understand why it fired off for a couple of seconds there in the beginning. So, well, let's find out. Yeah, definitely firing. I'm gonna take this screwdriver with a rag on it, put it down in the hole, try to wick up some of the fuel and just kind of get a feel for the fuel that we're dealing with. Let's see here. Just make sure you got a good rag that's intact. You don't want to lose any inside the cylinder. And you definitely don't want to poke the screwdriver down far enough to get into the top of the piston, just about 1/4 of an inch. All right, here we go. All right, let's see what's happening here. And it is a bit wetted. Okay, I can smell. You can see it's not too wetted, but it's getting fuel in there, but I can smell. That is like super old smelling fuel. If you know that nasty smell, you know what I'm talking about. All right, it looks like we're gonna be trying to flush and clean out the injectors. Still don't understand why it ran for a second when I first started it with a weak battery, but it did. It busted off. I should have been filming it, but I wasn't. All right, here we go. Yeah, I may be wasting my time. I'm gonna try it again because we got fire. We should be able to put some fuel on and get this thing to at least bust off. What I'm unsure about is, will a fuel injector work that way? I'm more of a carburetor guy. So what I'm gonna do is try to get some starter fluid in the throttle body. See if it'll go down to the combustion chamber enough to ignite. And give it about a half throttle when you do this. All right, go ahead and try it. Try it again. Wide open. We're not gonna do it. Might as well finish the can off. It's almost empty. All right, let's try it one more time. So when I say All right, right there. All right, you thinking, oh, yeah, that's it. Not gonna do it, not gonna do it. Well, not even sure if that would work to start with. Hey, we want to try and see though, right? Got fire. Kind of don't know, maybe we just had fuel. Not sure though. And it looks like we're gonna tackle getting some fresh fuel into the system. Dang, I gotta drain this stuff out of there. That's gonna be a pain in the tail. All right, I know what I gotta do. So I decided it was time to take a walk and ponder on the things that I had discovered. Think about the activities that have taken place, kind of in chronological order. We know that the car had been parked for a while. So why? Just why did it start for a few seconds and then die, only to not start again? We seen we had good fire, but still, why would it not start? We thought the fuel was bad. We started to drain the fuel by removing the Schrader valve and letting the fuel pump do its job to pump it out. That didn't work, but we discovered the fuel was good. Things are just running around my mind. That's all part of working on automobiles, but one thing that I just couldn't wrap my head around. One thing that I just couldn't figure out. And that is, just where in the hell was I? Hey, let me show you what I did. I noticed that the fuel seemed really good when I was trying to drain it with the fuel pump. And so I figured at that point maybe the fuel had set in the fuel lines and plugged up the injector. So I put this hose, you can see this hose right here. I took the Schrader valve core out down here, and the little Schrader valve for the fuel line going into the fuel injector rail. I pulled that core out and put this hose on, and I put carbon choke cleaner, filled this up a time or two, sealed it, tried to start it, sealed it, tried to start it about 4 times, and this last time it come up, ran real rough, and then eventually it smoothed out, and looks like I got it going now. I need to put it all back together and see how this thing runs. This thing seems to be running pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and back it up. Put it out of the way here and see. Uh-oh. Just what I thought. Yep. Backed it up. It's got oil under it, and it's only been here for about 5 minutes, so that's not good. I'll fix that next. Don't know, just can't make up my mind. If there was only some way, I had some sort of sign to tell me whether or not I should keep this thing. We'll see. Oh, here's what's next. Yep, I'm gonna be putting this baby in there to start working on it next. Well, I guess that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See ya.